Hey everyone, it's Ryzen. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. Just scroll through my equipment pretty quickly. This is what I'm using. And let's head over to the next section of the subterranean. But not before we fight a blast golem. Maybe I should have edited this out, but I didn't think about it. Too bad this guy doesn't have a elemental weakness, but whatever. Never found one of those green dragons, but I would have just used stop. Could have had Golbez use bio to skip the counter, but well, I wasn't thinking about it. It depends on if you care to avoid it or not. I mean, Golbez would do more damage without using bio, but you'll take less damage as well. There we go. Now we're in the fire section. Even if you wanted to use an ice claw, I wouldn't recommend it. There's actually not that many enemies weak to ice here. I wouldn't even use it on Yawn. Get a remedy over there. Oh, don't do this encounter rate is dead thing again. Thank you. Wanted to fight some enemies here. Okay, High Wizard. Just cast bio on them. The Evil Dreamers, they'll use Fyra and they'll try to put you to sleep. You can toad them if you want. But I'm just going to use bio on the High Wizard and then I'll probably use Quake. I might just attack actually. Let's see. Tenketsu one shot. Nope. Yeah, we'll just use our attacks. Quake is another option. Obviously, don't use fire on them. And use bio on them with Rydia. If Rydia had Quake, I would use it, but well, she doesn't. I wish she did, but she doesn't. She's a level or two off, so she'll get it soon. I think she's actually a little, yeah, I think it's 51 she gets it. Wow, 6,666 HP. That's funny. Now during a new moon, you can encounter a red dragon in this room. Just use Blizzaga on it. You could cast Shell on Rydia if you want, or we might as well do the whole party, but Rydia's the only one that doesn't have fire protection. I think it's just Rydia, right? Oh no, Leonora doesn't have it either. Yeah, that makes sense. But, yeah, you just cast Shell on them if you want, with the whole party. If you encounter the non-boss version of it, just go ahead and hit him with Blizzaga. You'll be fine. You probably don't even need Shell. I guess we'll use Quake to weaken him this time. I would not recommend using Silence on these Evil Dreamers because they actually have a good amount of HP. One of these days, Tenketsu will trigger the... Oh, I think they cast fire on themselves to heal when they're confused. Oh, Golbez got him in one shot. All right. I wasn't expecting that. He usually doesn't, but I guess sometimes he can. Golbez doesn't really have his magic set up, so... Obviously, if Rydia had Quake, I would just have her do it, and she would for sure one-shot them. Ah, Blood Eyes. They're weak to throw elemental attacks, like spears, boomerangs. What's the other one? I don't know, actually. I forget. There's one more. Spears? Boomerangs? Bows. Yeah, that's it. Just use bio on them. That'll solve all your problems. I wouldn't even bother switching Golbez to Spear Weapon. Yeah, it's better, but it's not that much better. Get him, Ursula. I really want to show the mini Satanas here. They're annoying. But I guess not today. Well, it has to be today. They're not encountered anywhere else. We get the God Hand. 66 strength, 49 speed. Equip the God Hand. Holy Elemental, and it's strong against undead enemies. 71 strength, 54 speed. Yeah, it is incredibly good. Absolutely give that to Ursula. I guess if you had Yang, you could give it to her. Or give it to him, although... I don't know why you would use Yang over Ursula. Ursula is better in just about every way other than strength, and speed is more important. Plus, she has a much better toolkit. Like, Tenketsu's way better than cover counter. Or focus. Finally, she learned Thundara. Took you long enough, Leonora. Not that it's useful anymore because we're past the ice floor or water floor, but whatever, she's got it now. No red dragon? Nah, no red dragon. Yeah, it's during a new moon you can encounter the red dragons. They drop red tails. It's the only tail I would even consider farming, and it's super rare. Oh, here they are. Okay. So, a few options here. If Rydia has Quake, use Quake. It'll one-shot them. Since she doesn't have Quake for me, you can either use Toad, or you can use Silence from Leonora. Take your pick. I'm going to use Silence with Leonora. Yeah, it's going to silence the Evil Dreamers, and their physical attacks are kind of powerful, but I think the mini Satanas work or take priority. You could also use Toad, but don't use them both because you can't use them both. You have to use one or the other. Where is Silence? There it is. Oh, I guess they use Sleep. Well, since you put him to sleep, I'm gonna attack him. Yeah, once you hit him with Sleep, pretty easy. Or Silence, I mean. They can't do anything. If you don't silence them, they will counter with Confusion, and that's really annoying. Unless you one-shot them. Quake will one-shot them. They counter anything. Toad is the other option. But then I'd have to have Rydia do it, because Leonora doesn't have Toad. So, go either way. And once Rydia learns Quake, she can go to town with it instead. Almost. Well, we got another formation of them. Let's go ahead and get it with a nice Toad this time. Might as well show the other strategy off. You can't Toad and Silence, by the way, but I don't know why you would want to. I like to one-shot the High Wizard because she counters with Osmos, a physical attack. She has some other counter for magic, but I don't remember what it is because I always killed them in one hit with magic. No, I guess she only counters physicals with Osmos. Whatever, bio one-shots her. Simple enough. Now, there's a whole bunch of doors down here. That one's a dead end. They either loop in on themselves or they don't lead to anything. Ah, the Amazon. Okay. Bio works well on her. It'll one-shot her. Or you can just attack her. She's pretty easy. Yeah, simple enough. We want to go into this one. It should be, I think, a Red Fang. Yeah, there it is. That one has treasure. The one up here has treasure. This should be X Potion. Yep. And then the one west of this should have I think it's an ether. But not before another enemy. 2 Blood Eyes, Tenketsu, and Bio should get the job done. On a rare occasion, Tenketsu won't kill them, but it usually does. It's hitting their projectile weakness, that's why. Ursula's just so good. She's just an amazing character. Ooh, Red Dragon. Ah, okay. Awesome. Use Bluzzaga here. You could also use Stop if you want, but... well, I might as well. But, you know, a couple of Bluzzagas will get the job done. They have that thermal ray attack that's pretty powerful, but Stop will neuter them. Golbez should do a lot of damage too. I don't know if he'll max it, but yeah, pretty good. He's super weak to ice. Go to the far southwest. That one I think loops in on itself, the one on the left there. The center left. But this one should have a Fuma Shuriken in it, which are very powerful to throw. Easy enough. Yeah, Fuma Shuriken, there we go. Now we're gonna go to the far southeast corner this time. One more fight and Rydia will get Quake. Apollo's Harp. If you're using Edward, I would give that to him. I believe it still does more damage against dragons. If I can find it. Has 60 attack power, fire, elemental, effective against dragons. Yeah, it's not nearly as strong as it was in base FF4. But it's still pretty good. I mean, he'll do like 1,000 damage. Yeah, I will leave this in because I'm pretty sure I'm about to get Quake. Sometimes I have it for this floor, sometimes I don't. Quake's gonna be really good. Oh wow, really? That didn't level me up? You're kidding me. I thought for sure that would do it. I got the level band on, don't I? Yeah, I don't know. Weird. This one should level me up. Unfortunately, I had to switch rows, so we'll have to do an attack and a big throw. Don't die, Leonora. There we go. Now she learned Quake. Finally. Let's bring that up a little bit. Nah, we'll do like this. Yeah, I like that. Better heal up here. Go over here and we'll get the red jacket. Or not jacket, sorry. The red cap. It protects from fire. It increases your stamina. But I don't really like it. 51, 68. Yeah, it doesn't increase your strength or speed, just your stamina, which is good, but I have the Protect Ring anyway, so I don't really like it for Ursula. I guess if you're using Ursula and Yang, you could give it to Yang. You could also give it to Edward. He's perfect for it. He makes really good use of it. And any of the non-edge ninjas also make good use of it. All right, we'll go here. Now for this next boss, there are 2 variations of it, and I intend to show both of them. I will be keeping the second variation. I think it's 2 Bestiary entries, so again, you'd have to save, fight one version, save in a new slot, reload, fight the other version, save, and continue. But I don't care to do that. Oh, hey, Edge. I don't know how Yang knew you were there. I don't know why you were on the ceiling. It's a little weird, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, did you expect to just walk in here and punch it or something? Oh, yeah. Cecil's still messed up. I did use Cecil in one of my final parties, and man, he is terrible during this section. You gotta really up his stats with equipment to have him even be remotely functional. And yet, sadly, he's still better than Kalka, even right now. Not better than Brina, though. The dancing machine. Okay, listen, game. I don't want to be sniffing characters anymore, okay? We'll leave that to Riku. And Olivier, apparently. Yeah, Ursula's pretty badass. She is, actually. She's really, really strong. I don't know, probably still try to flirt with Rydia, I would guess. Yeah, and you don't have a child. I know, Edge. The pitter-patter of little feet yet. Edge, aren't you like 30 something? Yeah, I know. Obviously, Edge is not getting married or taking a queen because he's like obsessed with Rydia. Not that I blame him. I mean, it's Rydia. But I just don't think she cares to be the queen of Eblan. Besides, she'd be too badass. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. And we are going to first fight the boss like this. I am going to change my setup and be right back. Okay, we're here. And yeah, I gave Golbez his magic setup, gave him the dragon shield for elemental protection. And I just gave Leonora a rune armlet because she doesn't need lightning protection here. Really, she didn't really need it for this entire floor, but meh, I usually just keep her on the diamond armlet by default. It's not that much more intellect. Okay. So, make sure you have spider silk at the top. Hermes sandals. Don't worry about light currents for now. And Golbez is in the back. Yep. Let's go. Yeah, guess who this is? Well, thanks for healing us. Start with a spider silk. Oh, by the way, don't use ice claws on Ursula because when his cloak is closed, he resists ice and it affects weapons this time. I guess you could use a flat flame claw and an ice claw, but I think the god hand is too good to pass up. Yes, he's actually weak to fire when he closes the cape. But yeah, let's go ahead and use Spider Silk. And we want to use Blizzaga. We're going to go ahead and have Luca on X Potion duty. Because I want Leonora to get haste on herself. And then I'm probably going to have her start using... We're going to use Tenketsu. I'm going to have her start using Shell. He will counter with Firaga sometimes, and that kind of sucks. Yep, there we go. After the two Blizzagas, he's going to close his cape. Get Shell. Do not cast Blizzaga, he will absorb it. And counter with Inferno. Once I get 2 layers of shell on, I can start having Luca contribute with big throw. Well, in fact, I can have her contribute now. Because I'm going to get shell off. I was hoping to get the shell off before the big throw, but that's okay. 2 layers is probably enough. Yeah, kind of weird that he's actually weak to fire. I don't remember this being the case in base FF4, but he is. Trust me, he's like flat out weak to it. He'll eventually open the cape again. Let's see, we have 2 layers of fire of shell. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll start healing now with Leonora. I want to see if he opens his cape at this point. Yeah, it's amazing how good Shell is in this game. It's quite good. I don't think he's going to open his cape, so we'll go with a Firaga. Yeah, we'll go with it. Might as well get a 3rd shell. We're not doing that bad for ourselves. Yeah, Kiraga's really all you need. You don't really need Kiraja. Leonora will get it eventually, but she's fine for right now. I think he doesn't usually open his cloak because he's like using his turn on counters. You could Berserk Ursula, but I don't like doing that because you'll trigger a lot of counters. Oh yeah, he sometimes casts Blizzaga on himself to heal himself. Kind of annoying, I know. Oh, he actually switched his counters. Okay, that means he's almost dead. I should stop attacking him then with anything but Firaga. Yeah, that means you basically almost got him, so Luca and Ursula really aren't going to be able to do much. Might as well just leave you on standby. I guess I can Kiraga Rydia. Yeah, it's a weird boss fight. I could wait for him to open the cloak again, but he's just as weak to fire as he is to ice, so yeah, simple enough. He uses Inferno on himself, and the fight is over. Thanks, Rubicante. Yeah, he doesn't really have a good conversation with Golbez, which is kind of odd. And for defeating not Golbez, for defeating Rubicante, we get. Yeah, I know they want to protect the world too, apparently. But we can obtain the mighty nothing. What a ripoff! Wow. If only there was another way I could fight the boss and get a reward, huh? You know what? I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I have brought Edge in. Luca had to, take a bathroom break, so she's back on the airship for now. But anyway, we got the Wing Edge, Kiko Ichibanji, make sure the Wing Edge is in the right hand, Red Cap to protect from fire, got Genji Armlet, and the Rune Armlet. And we also have Spider Soak, Hermes Sandals, and Light Curtain. Could give him a Giant's Glove, but I'm just going to assume you don't have one. Yeah, I put these items at the top for reasons. Yeah, I don't really care to fight anything with Edge in the party. No, thank you. Talk to the Crystal. Don't worry about your other characters, or even a level band or anything. If you had Edge up to this point, every time you fight a Fiend, he'd be like, is Rubicante here? I think we're getting closer. Especially after Barbaricia, he gets like really into it. All right, let's take him on again. What do you mean fight the battle with Edge alone? Absolutely. Yeah, time for the one-on-one fight. For real this time. Unlike the scripted one in the first game. This is a different fight. Rubicante against Edge. Alright, just go ahead and throw that Spider Soap. Then I'm going to throw a Hermes Sandals. And then we'll use a Light Curtain in that specific order. And if his cloak is still open, I will use Frost. If not, I will attack him. Yeah, he usually closes it. On a rare occasion, you might get a Frost off. Now, if Reflect is worn off, then use Blast. Okay, that did not do what it was supposed to do. Can you cooperate, Rubicante? Yeah, there we go. He will counter with Firaga. It will be reflected. Since he is weak to fire, it will damage him for quite a bit. Ha ha. And we just repeat this endlessly. Until Reflect wears off, at which point we can cast Blast on him. If he opens the cloak, use Frost. That's all there is to it. But it is cool that you get to fight him with Edge alone. And I don't even need to level Edge for this fight. Kind of nice. Yeah, Edge is actually one of only 2 characters that has a special battle that if he's in. Rydia being the other one, of course. Oh, yeah, he has Inferno, but I don't care. It barely does anything to me. I don't know why he yelled at me there. Oh, Reflect 4 off. But that's also why I have a red cape, just in case I get hit with a fire spell. So now we can use Blast on him. I mean, we could use another Lunar Curtain, but we don't really need to. You doing Inferno on yourself? I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah, so I think that really was Rubicante, like, back in the prior tale. It was like his spirit or something, like, legitimately talking to Edge and fighting Edge and Rydia somehow. I don't know. But now he's also here. Look, I can't explain everything to you, okay? Luca, are you done using the bathroom? She's done using the bathroom, so we can bring her back in. See, all the rest of my party members were smart enough to use it on the way, but Luca didn't. By the way, there's no, like, reason I took Luca out. I just randomly picked her. She happened to be in the front row, in the back row, in the first slot there. Yeah, I guess they're, they want peace too, and yeah, apparently Edge was still weaker than Rubicante by himself, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Of course, we got a big whole load of nothing there. Whoa, what was that? Oh, so now you give me a reward. We get the Mighty Fire Scarf. I forget if it has anything on it. I know it makes you absorb fire. Actually, that's not entirely accurate. What is it? Is it a... I like never use it. It's a body armor for some reason. 43, 49. Does it have stat boosts on it? It's good if you have one of the ninjas. I don't think it does really anything. Boost your stamina. But yeah, it actually doesn't absorb fire. What it does is it protects from fire and then has a flag on it that says, okay, whatever you're protected from, absorb it. So yeah, if you give him a protect ring, and a fire scarf, he'll absorb everything, which is kind of insane. Yeah, kind of weird. I actually don't think it's that great without taking advantage of that, really. But it is useful if you have other things. I usually prefer having Edge maximize his, like, multipliers over using the Fire Scarf. But it is a very good piece of equipment, and if you have more than one ninja, yeah, it's totally worth using. But let's go back to the save point. Get Luca back from her bathroom break, and next time we'll be moving on. But not before I do my favorite activity. Stripping party members. Alright, Edge, get naked. We'll never see you again. Actually, that's not true. We will see him again. But not until I finish the main story. Go ahead and get Luca back. And I guess we should reset the moon phase. Since you have a teleporter, which, as you can see, it activates the V10 teleporter. You can use it to restock and, well, rest up. Now, one other thing to note before we end today. If you do not have Rydia, you might want to bring her in, because there are 2 bosses coming up that require Rydia in order to obtain, well, a certain reward. However, in order to get the Bestiary entry, you have to not have Rydia. Also, in order to get a Bestiary entry later, you have to not have Rydia, get to basically the end of the game, fight a boss there, win that fight, which is a much more difficult version of that fight, save, and then get that Bestiary entry. Then you'd have to reload back to this point, or almost this point, and do it all again with Rydia in the party. Or at least those specific boss fights. This is why I am not completing the Bestiary. That is ridiculous. I'd much rather get the rewards. But what I usually do instead of using Rydia is I go down to the next 2 floors like normal, but I avoid the 2 boss fights that require Rydia, and I just loot all the treasures. Then I teleport out, then I put Rydia back in, and then I walk all the way back down, run from everything, fight the bosses, go to the next point that'll let you switch your party, which is like right after that, and then I bring whoever I was using back in. Because otherwise you're missing out on a lot of experience for one of your characters. It's annoying, I know. Square wants you to use Rydia. I don't know why. I mean, I like using Rydia, but basically it means poor Palom is basically screwed. Unless you are willing to basically go way out of your way like that. You are heavily penalized for not using Rydia. I will just tell you that right now. Like, I mean, heavily penalized. You're rewarded with a brutal boss fight later on that A, requires Rydia in it to even advance through it, and you'll have an underleveled Rydia, and you'll be fighting a much more difficult version of the boss that can literally just decide you get to lose today due to weird scripting in it, and it's complete and utter bullcrap, frankly. It's very bad game design. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I would highly recommend just use Rydia as your black mage. Unless you really desperately like Palom for some reason. I mean, he's kind of a jerk, but if you really like him, I guess. But just be aware, you'll need to deal with that crap. I mean, I guess you could use Golbez as your black mage instead as well, but again, you'd have to deal with the same problem. So I don't recommend it, but you can. And I did, in fact, do it myself when I used Palom. It's just incredibly annoying to do that. Alright, so we'll teleport back. Now that it's a new moon. And we will save the game, and next time we will head down to the next floor. So yeah, this is Ryzen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.